Hello and welcome back to ITW Kids. It's been a while since my last video. A lot's changed actually. We've moved to a new map because the old one was water. It was just water everywhere. We did some exploring. We went a couple of kilometers in every direction and we didn't find another decent sized island. So we threw the map away and we started again. We have ported across a lot of the buildings and things from the previous map, so we haven't lost stuff. All the possessions and things have been ported across. I, however, have started again. My little house, which I built, is over here. There it is. I've done a ton of mining. Just to sort of get enough stuff to start building. So yeah, and the plan is to play through Tekkit pretty much. First step is probably power armor, because the power armor is great. Really enjoy the modular power suits. Maybe we'll do some automation. I'll try and get to the moon. We might build a space base. This is where my mind goes and stuff. Yeah, so a base in space, we want to sort of be able to travel back and forth quite easily and stuff. So yeah, but the first thing I'm going to do is try and, well, one of the things I want to do actually is improve this storage system as well, because these chests are, like, I've just got single chests because they're a bit neater, but I want to get a decent storage system up and running as well so that I can store a lot of stuff. And one of the things at the moment I've got I've got 3 chests filled with cobblestone and another 3 filled with dirt. So we need to do something about this. I suppose I could throw it out and that would probably be a sensible thing, but I'm a hoarder. I like to keep a hold of things, so I'm going to just grab as much cobblestone as I possibly can and show you possibly the best ever block in Minecraft. It's one of my favourite blocks, I think, since I've discovered it. Sheer elegance in its simplicity. You take a bunch of cobblestone. It comes from the extra utilities mod, I think. So if you get 9 cobblestone, gives you, I'll throw that away for a minute, compressed cobblestone. So I'm going to grab as much of that as possible. And it lets you turn all your cobblestone into compressed cobblestone. So I'm just going to do that with as much as I can. That's 35. This is probably a more sensible way to do it. Fill that, fill that, fill that, fill that. And this works with cobblestone. It works with gravel, sand, and dirt as well. And then you can take compressed cobblestone and you can make it into double compressed cobblestone. Let's just get the rest of this, and that makes double compressed cobblestone. And then you can take double the compressed cobblestone and turn it into triple compressed cobblestone. So that's me turned these huge stacks of cobblestone into a single block. And I'm going to go through the rest of them and convert them all, because this is just, it's so great being able to keep all this stuff. But so yeah, this one block, well, these 2 blocks here have 729 cobblestones each. 709, yeah, that sounds about right. So, oops, didn't mean to do that. These glass panes that I've got here, I've just messed up. The glass panes are actually carpenter's blocks, which I'll show you how to make later on. For the moment, I'll just grab a pick. I'll maybe grab a stone pick and get that cobblestone out of the window. So if I break this window, a couple of things happen. You can see that it's actually a a carpenter's block, but I've also got the glass back. So if I place the carpenter's block, I can then completely mess it up. Another bit of glass. There we go. You can add blocks to the carpenter's block and it will skin it like the block you've added, so it will look like the block you've added. Where did that cobblestone go? There it is. Did I put that up? Yep. So, that's the compressed blocks. I love them. They're fantastic. I'll do the same with dirt as well. But let's get cracking on with some real stuff. Probably, if I'm planning to get to the moon and get power armor and automated systems and quarrying and stuff, I'm going to need some machines to start off with. And those machines are going to need power. So I'm going to make a steam dynamo. Whoops, daisy. A steam dynamo is that one there. So it's made with copper cables, and transmission coil, a redstone transmission coil, and redstone. So that's pretty easy. Steam dynamos, it's just a steam engine, so you've got it uses coal to heat up water, and the water turns into steam, and then the steam pushes a turbine round or something, and that provides you with power. So yeah, what else did I need? Copper, redstone, and silver ingot. Okay, grab that silver. Now I've tried not to, I've got quite a few stacks of ore, but I've tried not to smelt many of them at all because I actually want to keep them as long as possible. So I'll make my transmission coil. And oh, I'm going to need iron for those gears as well. We need 2, and I'll just grab that gold. We need 2 iron gears, sorry, 2 copper gears, which is a block of iron, and then copper, I think. So make 2 of them. And so what was it? Redstone, copper, the transmission coil, copper, makes our steam dynamo. Awesome. Now, we're also going to need a wrench. We're going to need a wrench so that we can manipulate these machines and turn them around and switch them on and off and things. Wrench is dead easy to make. I'm going to need some sticks in order to make the wrench. Because a wrench is made, it's the Buildcraft wrench, so it's made with a stone gear and 3 iron. And the stone gear is made with a wooden gear and 4 cobblestone, and a wooden gear is made with 4 sticks. So I'll make the wooden gear and then the cobblestone gear. You get good at making these because you need them quite a lot for Buildcraft machines. And my wrench. Great. Okay. So we've got our steam power generator. We're going to have to give it water though. So I might just make a bucket as well, so that we can fill it up with water. I didn't pick this site for nothing. There's some good wee water supplies round about. So we can put it down, and this machine will, we're probably going to need a few more of them, but this will be a good start to power our machines. So you can see this is how it works. This side is the power. It's not generating any power at the moment. I beg your pardon, that's pressure, I think. This side is water, and there's coal, and this bit is power. The redstone flux, I think the RF is. So if I stick some water in, there's one. I think it's actually going to need 4 buckets of water. And that's going to be tedious. So let's turn this round to begin with. You going to let me turn around? No, you're not. Okay, let's figure out a better way of transporting water about. So we'll need a tank, a portable tank, which is glass and copper. Portable tank. Come on, NEI. There we go. Portable tank. Yep, so 4 glass, any kind of glass, and 1 copper in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these tanks are actually really pretty cool because it would have to be night, wouldn't it? You can place it down. Oh, go away. Run away, run away. Go get a sword. Don't need this, want that. Where'd you go? Okay, so portable tank, you can put it down and hopefully stop my zombies. I'll fill this with water. I have 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. Full tank. Okay, if I hold my wrench and I press shift and I right click, I can pick it up. It breaks it, but it doesn't actually break the block, so you can see it's still filled with water. So it's a really, really, really quick, good way of carrying around liquids. So I'm going to pop that there. And then there's a blue bit at the bottom here. That means that this is the input. Now I want the water to flow out of the tank, out of the bottom of the tank into the steam dynamo. So I take the wrench again and I right click and it's now turned it orange and it's now in mode output. So if I look in here, it's still not taking it in, but hopefully it will when I turn it on. I'll maybe try and give it some coal and see what happens. Coal. Zombies. Again, using the wrench to right click. You know what, maybe it's not going to work until we build the actual machine that I'm going to use this power for, which is called the pulverizer. Now, pulverizer turns out to be fairly kind of, it's going to be the first complicated build, but that's not too bad. A pulverizer takes a piston, a machine frame, pulverizer. Pulverizer is like the macerator from industrial craft, except the pulverizer actually has extra stuff as well. It produces extra things sometimes that are going to be quite important, we're going to need. So a piston first, that's easy. We're going to need wooden planks, we're going to need cobblestone, we're going to need redstone, and it's iron, isn't it, in the middle? Cobblestone, wood along the top, cobblestone there, piston, yes. Machine frame, slightly trickier, is gold, glass, and iron in my case. I'm going to need some more glass. Gold I've got. So, was it gold? I think is a machine frame. Yes. And this time it's going to need a redstone reception coil. So the last time we made an induction coil, this one's a reception coil. So instead of silver in the middle, it's gold in the middle. 2 redstone and gold. So make one of them. That's copper. That's not what we want. And we're going to need flint and copper. Copper we've got, flint we don't have. Flint is in here, I think. Yes. Let's pop this zombie head and the brains and the string in there. Machine frame, piston, flint, copper makes a pulverizer. Brilliant. Okay, now let's grab some. So the pulverizer is what we're going to use to deal with all this ore. We don't want to just smelt the ore straight away. We want to pulverize it into dusts first, because that will effectively double, just like the macerator, it will double the amount of... There we go, now it's rotated properly, the water's going in. This is it. It will double the amount of ore that you're double the amount of ingots. So one ore will make 2 dusts, which will make 2 ingots. So we'll pop some of that in there, and we'll pop some coal in the power, and hopefully once this produces enough steam, it will power this and start pulverizing things. Awesome. Okay, quickly, all of these are from the thermal expansion mod, and they use colors. All the stuff in the thermal expansion mod uses colors. Blue is input, so I want to be inputting, I want the engine, the steam dynamo, to be pushing power into the pulverizer, so it needs to go into a blue slot. Red is out, yellow is out, and blue is in. When I go into the pulverizer, you can see that the in slot is coloured blue as well, and the out slot is coloured red, and this is where, when you get extra stuff, this is where it will appear. Awesome, so I got an extra ferrous metal there, so that's appeared in the yellow slot. So the idea is, if I set up a pipe system, the things in the red spot will come out of this side, the things in the yellow spot will get sucked out the top, and we can send raw materials into this blue side here. And you can control that. If you go into the machine and go to configuration, you can actually control. So that's me changing the bottom of the machine. I think that's the bottom to red. Nothing's changed. Yeah. So this one is the bottom of the machine, so underneath it. Change it to red, change it to yellow, change it to orange. Orange is a combination of this one and this one. Red and yellow make orange, obviously, so I'll just switch the bottom off for just now. While we don't have a piping system, it doesn't really matter all that much, but soon we will. And then we can start making all kinds of complicated systems. We want these dusts to be piped out of here and pushed into a smelting machine of some kind, and I'll show you how to make that next video. Okay, thanks for watching.